going to cheat a little bit.
Oh, because we know, yeah. Guess what? I bet you have fighting type Pokemon.
Well, no, just give me something else.
You're like there with Cadaver ready to pull the trigger.
Welcome to Player Guides. I'm Osprey.
I'm Cameron.
And I'm Hannah.
I totally accidentally got into a battle when I was just trying to get to a spot to start the episode.
Yeah, well, we thought it wasn't a bunch of Bidoofs, so we figured we'd include this one in. And so I'm thinking, like, is there strategy behind Glameow and Stunky together? I guess it's like, Glameow is what? It has a good attacks that'll, like, have a high chance to crit or something? Or maybe I'm mixing it up with Persian. Ooh, Fake Out's a pretty good one. And then Stunky can set out status, but the AI is not going to do that. But yeah, so we figured we'd include this battle, and we'll probably cut and come back at a honey tree that Osprey has seeded with honey and see what might be there.
Slathered. Slathered with honey.
Slathered. Put that honey all up on that bark.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we see the honey tree, we're going to come back here and figure out what's up with all these Psyducks.
Oh, the Psyducks.
That's the creepiest looking monkey I've ever seen. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, Wurmple. Yeah, that's okay.
That's boring.
I think we already have one anyway. But, you know what? Thanks for coming out, Wurmple. We appreciate it. And what I didn't realize is that there are certain trees that can get you Munchlaxes. It's not every tree.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
You know what I might not mind adding to the team somewhere?
Snorlax?
Heracross.
Oh, Heracross. Yes, I love Heracross.
Can you show me a picture of Heracross?
Editor Cameron, throw up that Heracross.
Like. Oh. Okay then.
He's like a strong beetle. He's a Hercules beetle.
Uh-huh.
It annoyed me that Charizard got two Megas, and then in Sword, Charizard got a Gigantamax form before any of the other Gen 1 starters got him. I was really bummed about that, too. Before you could even
get the other Gen 1 starters, even.
Yeah, the fact that Charmander was, like, in the game, yeah, 100%. I'm with you there.
I am so bitter, because Bulbasaur's my... And I hate how favoritism-y it is.
Yes.
Oh, they're just not moving.
Okay.
No. Alright. Well, we'll be back, Psyducks.
Oh, it's raining.
Sometimes, like, it's the same thing with Gigantamax. I feel like it shows that favoritism, but sometimes Megas and Gigantamax, I feel, can be used well to bring, like, less popular Pokemon to the front. I know Mawile, Medicham, and, what was the other one? Baneri? Not Baneri. Lopunny. Like, they got Megas that, like, made them, like, interesting and used competitively, and I like that when it's used that way.
Right. So, part of why I prefer the Dynamax Gigantamax, to a certain extent, is every Pokemon can at least Dynamax, pretty much.
That's true. Yeah.
There's, like, Eternatus can't, but Pokemon typically, and, like, but, like, overall, Pokemon can Dynamax regardless of which one they are.
Mm-hmm.
So you can still Dynamax your favorite, even if they don't get a Gigantamax form.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that one. Shieldon.
He's cute.
Yes.
I
had one in my party for a little while.
And he was introduced in this generation. He's a Sinnoh fossil Pokemon. It was this, and then do you remember the little Cranidos from the gym leader? Mm-hmm. They're pretty cute.
They're pretty cute.
And they evolve into some really cool looking ones.
Yeah, they do.
Metal sound.
I think when I was playing Sword, I tried to have a team of all the dino. I know this isn't a type, but I'm calling it a type right now. Of all the dinosaur Pokemon.
Yeah, you got really into fossil.
I did, the fossil Pokemon, but then I got frustrated because it would take forever to find them. And yeah.
That's fair. And the Sword and Shield fossils I don't love.
No.
The little half and halves. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
What I just noticed now, and maybe it's because I haven't been paying attention to the background, I really like that you can see Mount Sinnoh in the background, kind of like how Mount Fuji shows up in a lot of paintings. That's kind of neat. Like Cloud's in the way right now.
Oh. I was like, I don't see a mountain.
I was gonna say I don't see a mountain, but I believe you.
Hold on, we can. Well,
it's raining.
Yeah. So now the cloud's moving. You can kind of see it's peeking out. The white and the gray in the top right corner.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. So that was a fun thing about growing up in the greater Seattle area. Is there will literally be days where we're like, oh, the mountain's out.
Oh yeah.
I want to move back there. Moving to California was, I kind of thought it would be a little more progressive than it is in where we moved to. Mm-hmm. And I'm not in love with how conservative it is out here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And I assume I'm sure Seattle's not cheap either, but...
Well, the greater Seattle area is pretty expensive. However, I feel like we're kind of paying for it with the fact that there's less trans resources out here. At least where we are. Mm-hmm. And it's not home. Mm-hmm. Like, I lived in the greater Seattle area for pretty much the first 30 years of my life, and I'm 30. I just moved out here this year. I do not like the weather here. Mm-hmm. And I want to go.
I can feel that.
I miss the rain.
That, and I'm sure there was like a network that you had built in Seattle.
No.
No?
I'm bad at people. I am very bad at people. So I've spent most of my adult life unable to afford really to go out and go do things, which makes it really hard to meet people.
Fair.
So yeah, I want to figure out how to try to get better at that. The depression doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I have been fighting so hard this last month or two with the depression. Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of like, it's part of why I kept throwing myself so hard into the Pokemon stuff. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to distract myself and fight this depression here.
Yeah, some sort of distraction.
I am going to cheat a little bit.
Oh, because we know, yeah. Guess what? I bet you have fighting type Pokemon.
Well, no, just give me some clowns.
You're like there with Kadabra ready to pull the trigger.
Problem solved.
Check the sharpness of my fighting type moves. Oh, fighting types! What a surprise!
Black belt, Derek.
There. So, fun story. I actually am a black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, really? Me too. I haven't practiced in a long time.
I didn't know you were a black belt.
It's been at least a decade.
Same here. How did you not know I was a black belt? We met at the studio.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were actual black belt.
You didn't pay attention to the belt I was wearing?
No.
Dang, I thought the whole reason I got it was to attract the ladies.
I mean, Cameron,
yeah.
take it as a compliment. Hannah was too distracted by your looks to notice the belt.
There we go. That's a good way to phrase it. So you did Taekwondo also?
Yeah, I did it from the time I was 10 to the time I was 13.
Nice.
Aikido is a lot more using the enemy's force against them, and since I am a kind of short person, I kind of wanted a style that was more about using their size against them and their power against them. We don't need another Abra. Also, I don't know if you two have noticed, but depending on the type of tall grass we're in, the animation switching to the battle scene is different.
Oh, I did not notice that. I'll have to pay attention. And Aikido is Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not a lot, but each country has multiple different martial arts that they do, and I forget there's a term for, like, European martial arts. I bet if I asked the Atomic Fox, they might know.
Probably.
But, like, Muay Thai is Thailand's national martial art.
Okay.
I trained for like a month or two at a Krav Maga school. That was really nice, actually.
Oh yeah.
Like I really enjoyed the catharsis.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, is there a set style of fighting that UFC fighters use here in the States? Or is it just kind of anything goes?
I don't know a lot about that.
I don't either.
I'm not a big fan of, like, spectator.
I just know a lot of people here, at least in Ohio, it seems like it's a big thing that people get behind.
Osprey, did you ever get into the mixed martial arts scene?
No, I wasn't allowed to do competitive taekwondo. I just went to the dojo and I was actually the overachiever kid. Which was not saying much at that school, but I was like actually enthusiastic, and that school was more about money.
Okay.
So they would let kids be super sloppy, which ticked me off, even then. But like, the person running, like, as an adult, I'm like, that guy should not have been running that school. He literally had his license suspended a few times for some of the bullshit he'd done.
Oh, that's shitty. Like, he had a martial arts school kind of to take out his, like, aggression.
It was to make money.
Oh, gotcha.
It was to make money. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I liked it. I was good at it as far as what I had to work with, because I threw a lot of myself into it.
I think that's always great, though, when you're able to find those activities that allow you to do that. Because you're right, it is very cathartic when you can.
The main things I want to learn, that I would need to learn from somebody that aren't like home crafts or stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dance and Aikido. I want to learn how to dance because that's the best way for me to interact with music. Mm-hmm. And it would get me moving more.
Always a good thing.
And then Aikido, just because I miss martial arts. And I want to get into one that works a little better for my build.
Month 13 of the pandemic. I kind of gave up on running.
Yeah, I think we were like both pretty good about it, and then we fell off the track. My allergies.
But yeah,
are
some
killing
activities
me.
to stay like physically active and, like you said, get moving again.
It's
Good.
been really hard to keep trying to do that with my depression.
Yeah. Oh, I
Like-
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pandemic has really not been good for me.
No.
Like
It's
I'm
been
not
tough.
saying that in the oh my gosh, it's been tougher for me than other people. This literally feels like kind of the trapped feeling I had back when I was growing up and homeschooled and didn't really get to get out of the house much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm just like, it feels like I'm stuck back at that point, and I was really isolated, and I don't do well when I'm isolated.
They've been doing studies about just how much psychologically this has been affecting everyone. It's rough stuff.
What's the fire monkey?
Monferno?
Monferno. It is the evolved form of Chimchar, the
That's
Pokemon.
right.
The starter you went, you no.
Gotcha.
The
Gotcha.
middle one. Yeah.
Well, if Chimchar looked like Monferno, I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss it.
I guess that is an interesting thing. I know a lot of people get spoilers about Pokemon, like, before they start playing. Not everyone, but, like, I don't know how many people actually go into a new Pokemon game totally blind. But you kind of make your decision on your starter either based on its type or what it looks like, and
Yeah.
it doesn't spend a ton of time looking like that in the game unless you purposefully like prevent it from evolving. Were you ever like, was there a starter that you picked out that you were like surprised by, oh, this is what it turns into?
A little bit with a Rowlet, that's final evolution, which I wasn't opposed to it, but it's at the same time to go from Rowlet, which is this cute little owl, to the Robin Hood-esque musketeer type owl was not what I was expecting.
And Osprey, you mentioned Litten. That's a big one for sure.
The meta for competitive. I just don't want to use Incineroar because I'm still mad that my adorable little kitten starter turned into that.
I'll have to see, editor Cameron, can you throw up Litten and its
what's
evolution, because I don't know what that looks like off the top of my head.
that's Litten. That's
Okay,
also in
I've
the
seen
same
Litten.
generation.
Yeah, I've seen Litten.
It evolves into Torracat,
Okay.
and that evolves into Incineroar.
Oh god. Yeah. I don't know that I care for Incineroar.
Look at how they massacred my boy.
So
True.
I'll say I like Incineroar's theming. I just wish it wasn't the fire starter and it didn't come from Litten.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I loved the idea. I did not like the timing
Yeah, 100%.
So
or the placement.
I get that it's a fire type, but are a lot of the fire type also fighting, or designed to be fighting, more so than other starter types?
A
other
not
starter
insignificant number of starters are like that.
Okay.
So Infernape is a firefighting, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one. I don't remember what the Gen 5... Is it Incineroar? No. The pig one. Is that Gen 5?
I know
Oh,
what you're
Tepig?
talking about.
Tepig?
Yeah, does Tepig evolve into a firefighting?
I
Embor?
don't recall off the top of my head.
Is it called Embor? It is. Embor is firefighting, so that's back to back.
Can you show me Embor? I remember Tepig.
Emboar kind of looks like Ganon.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then the next one is, I think, Gen 6 was Fire Psychic. It would turn into, like, it was a wizard fox. Had, like, a little wand and everything.
I loved Delphox.
That's the name.
Editor Cameron, throw up
Yeah,
a picture
here's,
of
you know what,
Delphox.
here's a chart of all the starters.
Can you show me a picture of Delphox
Yes.
offline?
Here is Delphox. It's, evolves from Fennekin. Okay, let me make it big.
You know what I need to do at some point?
I like
Put
Delphox.
together a team that kind of has a kind of a witchy theme.
Ooh, okay.
That would be fun.
Delphox, Miss Magius,
Murkrow's
Murkrow?
Evolved Form.
ooh,
Honchkrow.
Honchkrow. Is Honchkrow witchy? Honchkrow I felt like is mob bossy.
I mean, it's still a crow that has a big fancy hat.
Very fair. If that's the case, then we need a cat. A black cat Pokemon. Would you go Glameow? I
kinda
really don't
hate-
like what it evolves into.
Yeah. Okay, I couldn't
Persian.
remember if we got ambushed by Barry, but apparently not.
Barry?
So...
No. We got a new gym. We are in Veilstone
You know what I have to do?
Pokemon Center.
First, talk to Manaphy,
Talk to Manaphy.
because adorable.
Yes.
Heal up my Pokemon. Go to the shop. Sell some items I don't need.
I love that guy's
Ooh,
glasses.
Umbreon.
Ooh, yes. Yes, Umbreon.
For
It's a
a
dark
witchy?
cat. Yeah.
Kind of somewhere between a cat, a dog, and a fox.
Yeah, I guess
But-
Espeon is the more catty, isn't it?
Kind of. But I also kind of like the full moon aspect of Umbreon.
Mm-hmm.
I like that style.
It's platinum
That's
style
the-
because... Yeah, go ahead.
That was what the character in Platinum wore.
Cute. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Deep.
Lowers the target's speed stat.
But none of my Pokemon can learn that.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what I can do when I have like settled on a team.
Yeah. Well, and Kadabra and Ponyta seem like a good way to handle Lucario. We'll get there. And it sounds
Yeah.
like next time we play, we'll is that what we're gonna do next? Is challenge the gym?
Possibly, we'll see.
Sounds good.
We'll play it by ear.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank
All
you
right.
all for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for playing with us.
Bye.